The moment that set everything off wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. It wasn't violent. It was a simple thought, a quiet whisper in my head at 12 noon. There's no gas in the car. And somehow, that tiny moment detonated the entire day. I swear it felt orchestrated, like someone, somewhere, nudged the dominoes into place just to watch them fall. Because that one thought, at the worst possible moment, ended up dragging all of us straight into the chaos. And honestly, I still don't understand how something so small went so wrong so fast. I wasn't trying to cause a crisis. I wasn't trying to sabotage anything. I genuinely thought I was helping. It was simple. The car was on empty. My daughter had work soon. I figured I'd run out, put gas in the tank, and save her the hassle. Stress-free, on time, done. Except timing is everything in this house. And timing is the one thing that never cooperates. In the 20 minutes I was gone, the entire vibe of the day mutated into something sharp and hostile, like the air had teeth. And standing in the aftermath, watching it all unravel, I couldn't shake one question. Why did this happen exactly like this? At the exact worst minute, like something wanted it to. Living with the two people I live with, it's like navigating a fault line. Everything looks stable until the wrong vibration hits the ground, and suddenly, the entire landscape shifts under your feet. On paper, we're just three adults sharing a home. In reality, it's more like a cold war waiting for a spark. My ex-wife drifts from irritation to accusation, like it's her native tongue. Always on the edge of being offended, always reading motives that aren't there. My daughter, late 20s, stuck in a state of suspended adolescence, relying on us financially, but resenting the dependence every single day. And me? I'm the guy holding the structure together with duct tape and wishful thinking, praying the floor doesn't give out underneath us. Most days, I'm the neutralizer, the buffer, the guy trying to keep the peace between two people who feed on each other's tension. But today, that wasn't happening, because the spark showed up disguised as a favor. I left the apartment at noon. The sun was blasting the pavement, heat shimmering like a warning. I wasn't thinking about schedules or deadlines, just the gas gauge needle pinned below E. A quick trip. 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back. Easy. I pumped the gas, capped the tank, slid into the driver's seat. No stress, no rush. And that's when my phone lit up. Her name on the screen. Immediate dread. Because every call lately feels like a test I can't pass. I answered, and her voice hit me like a slap. Sharp, irritated, already in full meltdown mode. "Where are you? I have to leave right now. I'm going to be late. Why did you take the car?" I tried explaining, tried staying calm, tried telling her I was literally on my way back. Didn't matter. Once the storm starts, logic becomes irrelevant. By the time I pulled into the complex, she'd already walked to the wrong parking spot and didn't see the car. So that added fuel to the fire. She burst through the apartment door like a bomb had gone off inside her. Not anger, not fear, a full emotional detonation. "You made me late. They're going to fire me. You don't even care. Why would you do this?" And the part that really got me. She stood there arguing for 5 straight minutes, when she could have just gotten in the car and gone. Every second she spent yelling made her later. Every word pushed her deeper into panic. And all I could think was, I was trying to help. I didn't even know she had to be at work at 12:30. I genuinely thought it was 1 o'clock, but none of that mattered in the moment. The house was buzzing with hostility, like the walls knew this routine by heart. Everything about the situation felt wrong, not just annoying or stressful, but eerily timed. Like the universe had tapped me on the shoulder at noon and said, "Hey, Remember that gas thing? Right when it would trigger the absolute worst possible outcome. I couldn't stop thinking about that. Why didn't I remember this morning, or last night, or literally any other time except the exact moment that would collide with her departure? It felt engineered, like a setup, like the day had been programmed to go off the rails on purpose. Call it intuition, call it paranoia, call it whatever you want. But sometimes it feels like life throws these perfectly timed disasters at me just to teach some kind of twisted lesson. Or maybe to remind me that in this house, nothing ever goes smoothly. Nothing ever lands right. Everything bends just enough to break. And here's the part that really hits me. I rely on her income. I need her job to stay intact. Our rent depends on it. So the idea that she might have walked into work late, panicked, emotional, blaming me, scares the hell out of me. Because in this household, one person's crisis cracks the entire structure. If she gets fired, if she loses her hours, if her instability becomes my financial problem, it all lands on me. And that's why I stood there after she left, staring at the ceiling, literally asking out loud, why today? Why this moment? What was the point of this? I wasn't asking the sky. I wasn't asking the universe. I was asking whatever invisible force seems hell-bent on pushing the exact wrong buttons at the exact wrong time. Sometimes I feel like my life is a staged play, and someone keeps rewriting the scenes behind my back. The adrenaline hit me slow, the kind that vibrates under your skin. You don't shake, you don't panic, you just feel wrong, like the air pressure dropped. I kept replaying it, the timing, the conversation, the meltdown, the feeling that something aligned a little too perfectly. I had only tried to help. I thought I was preventing a problem. Instead, I walked straight into a mess that felt pre-assigned. And honestly, this is the part that scares me more than the argument. It didn't feel random. It felt intentional. Like the day was designed to push us closer to some breaking point. Like all three of us are trapped in a loop of reaction, blame, guilt, dependence, repeating the same pattern over and over with new excuses. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe it's just a stressful household. Maybe nothing mystical happened. But the coincidence was too sharp, too precise, too scripted. I don't know what lesson I'm supposed to learn from it. Maybe it's that I can't fix everything. Maybe it's that no matter how careful I am, someone will always interpret my actions through chaos. Maybe it's that something deeper is trying to break through, something about the way we're living, the way we're trapped, the way these three grown adults orbit around dysfunction like it's gravity. Or maybe it's just another reminder that this house is a pressure cooker, and any tiny draft can set off an explosion. When she finally left, speeding off in a panic, the apartment felt hollow. Not quiet, not peaceful, just hollow. My ex-wife wasn't home yet, which made the silence feel temporary, like holding your breath before the second wave hits. Because when she hears about this, it'll turn into another argument about how I upset the dynamic, how I should have known, how everything always circles back to me making someone uncomfortable. It's always the same script. I act with good intentions. Someone misreads it as sabotage. The house erupts. I question my sanity. Then the cycle resets. And today, that cycle felt guided. The more I think about it, the more I can't shake the idea that something is pushing all this tension to the surface. Our home isn't built on stability. It's built on compromises that expired years ago, obligations none of us want anymore, and emotional habits none of us know how to break. So maybe these perfect storms aren't random. Maybe they're warnings. Maybe they're pressure valves. Maybe they're the universe telling me, you can't keep doing this. something has to change. And if you won't pull the trigger, I'll create the situation for you. I don't know. All I know is today felt like more than bad timing. It felt like a message wrapped in chaos. By 1 o'clock, she was officially late for work. Nothing I could do about it. The guilt hit harder than it should have. It wasn't even my fault, logically. But in this house, logic never wins. Every sound from outside made me wonder if she was coming back early, fired, crying, angry, defeated. Every minute that passed felt like waiting for a verdict. And underneath the guilt, there was anger. Because even when I'm trying to help, I get cast as the villain. Even when I'm trying to lighten someone's load, it somehow becomes proof that I don't care. Living like this, it twists your sense of reality. It makes you question your own motives. It makes you doubt your own good intentions. And that's the part I hate the most. Not the argument, not the stress, not the meltdown, but the way one small moment can convince me I'm the problem, even when I'm doing the right thing. So here I am, waiting, wondering, trying to breathe through the mess of it. Did she make it? Did she get written up? Is her job safe? Is our rent safe? And why, out of all the minutes in the day, did that thought about the gas tank hit me at the exact second that would send everything into chaos? I don't have an answer, but I do know this. These moments, they're starting to feel less like coincidences and more like signs. And I'm starting to wonder if someone, or something, is trying to drag me toward a truth I've been avoiding. Because this house isn't sustainable. This dynamic isn't healthy. This cycle isn't survivable. And maybe today wasn't just bad timing. Maybe it was the universe lighting the fuse, showing me that living like this is already burning me down. If you've ever lived in a house like mine, a house where tension breathes louder than the people in it, you know exactly what I mean. One tiny thing, one wrong minute, one misunderstood action, one spike of someone's emotions, and suddenly everything tilts sideways. Maybe today was a nudge, maybe it was a warning, maybe it was a cosmic middle finger, or maybe, just maybe, it was the first crack in a doorway I've been too scared to open. Whatever it was, the message is loud and clear. This life can't stay like this. And something needs to change before the next perfectly timed disaster changes it for me. That's where I'll leave it today. If you want to hear what happens next, because trust me, the follow-up to this one gets even stranger, stick around for the next chapter. And if you've ever felt like life was throwing oddly perfect chaos at you, you're not crazy. You're just finally seeing the pattern.